Hello. Is my mic working? Sorry about that. Just give me one moment here. Here we go. Okay, I guess we're good now. Let's make sure everything's tip-top shape here. Alright. Just making sure that everything is in order. Okay. Let's see. Let me load up a lot of things here. Sorry. Okay. Let's see. My chat isn't working. But at least internet is good now. Just in time for the stream. Just adjusting some things. Let me try it here. Okay, that works. Right. I'm sorry for the I'm sorry for the sudden troubleshooting actions here. I'm not really sure why the chat doesn't work. Blah 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 blah. Maybe I have to grab that again. Just give me one moment. Just needed to make sure that the chat is visible here, but at least, hey, at least it's working now in terms of internet, because you see, I have this issue all throughout the week, and I mean all throughout the week, no matter what time it is, that for some reason I keep on dropping frames, and I mean a lot of frames. We're talking about in, let's say, around 2 to 3 minutes that I'm testing out the stream, around 60 or 70% of that stream would drop in terms of frames, and that's because of my internet. It's basically that. It's because for some reason my upload speed isn't really that stable. From what I notice, it isn't really that stable. So what's happening is, whenever I try to test out the stream, no matter what time it is, I keep on dropping frames because the upload speed isn't stable. It doesn't really stay in a very uniform fashion to actually stream a lot properly. However, it seems like that we are very stable right now. And for those of you who are watching, just let me know if we are having a stuttery stream or like that, if there's like any issues with the video or the audio. Because what I did is I actually turned on dynamic bitrate, which means basically my bitrate, my stream wouldn't drop frames. The OBS would readjust the bitrate depending on my internet speed, in terms of upload speed. So it should be stable now. It should be, although just a heads up, there might be some moments wherein the quality of the stream would drop. That is just Twitch readjusting the bitrate. So I'm really sorry. I am still working on actually talking with a new ISP company to get a reasonable internet plan with reasonable speed, especially for uploads, because it seems like it's the upload speeds that is the problem. It's not the download speed. I have very good download speeds, not upload speeds. And besides that, while I do have like the minimum upload speeds to stream, it isn't enough it isn't stable. That is, it's not stable to actually have like a very uniform stream in terms of quality. So you might see some drops in quality here and there, and I really do apologize. But I promise that I am now I am now researching about other service providers in my area. Hopefully, I can get something that is both affordable and uh, capable enough, stable enough of an internet connection to actually get that upload speed that I need. So I'm just gonna check a few things here. Let's see. Sorry, chat. I'm just readjusting things because for some reason the chat is not showing up on my browser here. Can you browse the source? I could chat too. Sorry about that. Just don't mind it. Just don't mind that. Let me test this one out. There you go. It's working. For some reason, it's not working. I want to have you guys in chat here. Oh. Okay, so now that's settled. Making sure I'm readjusting here. Okay. All right. I think we're good. And all right. I think we're good. I think we're set. So hello, Braves. It is I, your salaryman slash armored VTuber, coming to you live, and it is a very nice weekend here where I am. It's actually Sunday, 5:30, around 5:30 in the afternoon. It's almost 6, almost at nighttime, and I hope you have your weekends great, productive, and fun. As for me, I'm still busy. I have some work. I have work over the weekend, over the weekdays, and I will actually talk about something about schedules later in regards to work and the streams because I have to address something important about the schedule of the streams moving forward because there has been some changes. And this is in regards to my work schedules as a salaryman and how would that affect these streams in general in terms of schedule. Now, the thing is, I don't really have any schedules right now. I'm still working on deciding on a schedule that I would be able to stick into more religiously, because what I wanted to do is to have like a more concrete schedule that you guys can expect me to, no matter what, I'll be streaming at this time, at this date, at this time. I want to have like at least a day that is dedicated to that. Now, there might be some moments wherein I might stream at some days at random, and let's say on weekdays I just decided to like stream on a whim. That may happen. That may still happen. But what I wanted to do is to have a very consistent day of streaming wherein this day is definitely the day that I will stream no matter what. This is not something that I did out of a whim or something that just me deciding to stream. This is me streaming on this particular day and this particular time, uh, in a very expected way. So I want to have that particular day, and I decided to actually have Sunday in my time, that is Asian time, Southeast Asian time, as my stream date. But recently, there has been some changes with my company uh, that I work with. There has been some major changes that might affect my schedules. I'm not gonna go into details about that. What happened to work? Uh, what happened with work? I'm not gonna go into details, but let's say that there are some major changes that happened that affected will highly affect my schedules. Everything else would be the same. What I can say is I'll just work on a different project. That's what I will do. And along with that new project comes a new schedule for the client, um, which demands me to actually work on a different time. So that's why there might be some changes with the schedule. I actually had to change a lot of things for these coming months in terms of my plans that I made like months ago, not realizing that this major change that just happened will happen actually now. And the weird thing about it is I was expecting that work change next month, because what my boss said is that change will occur next month, like October, or I'm sorry, September. So I was like, okay, all right. I mean, I still have time to readjust my schedules and whatnot, make sure that they're concrete at least, and then I go ahead and make the changes in September then. However, when I was working a couple of days ago, towards the end of the week, my boss said, uh, "Hey, you can go ahead and log out." I'm sorry that he's sorry. He's apologizing to me because he actually got the notice of me. Got the notice of me stopping working on that shift. I was supposed to have a shift during that time, but my boss said, "You can go ahead and stop now. You can go ahead and clock out." I'm really sorry. I had to wake up for work. You have to wake up for work. I wasn't able to inform you that there's things happening. So again, I'm not gonna go into full details about what happened. It's just that um, I'm not saying that my schedule is whack. I still have some sort of control when it comes to the schedules, but the closest thing that I can say is there will be some changes, and along with that, there will be some changes on things that I do outside of work, uh, which includes but not limited to streaming. So, what I'm going to do is I will try to see if I can still stream by next week of the same day, even though there is like 100% chance that I will still be working next week at the same day at the same time that we are streaming right now. I will try, because I did negotiate with my boss that I'm doing some extracurricular things outside, and I'm trying to make sure that at least my previous schedules are intact, at least before I work on the new project and get the new schedules. So yeah, there's that. And also, again, as I mentioned earlier, I will probably be streaming at random times throughout the week. There might be some times there, and I will just decide that, hey, I want to stream. I'll go ahead and stream during those days. I cannot also really say what time it will be, because again, they are random. They are random. Um, Basically, it's just me deciding on a whim to stream, and I cannot really provide any like time where I can promise a stream or or pre-schedule a stream during those days. I'll just announce it on Twitter or whatever, which is we'll be talking about later. We'll be talking about that later. Because I did start something. Or actually, I technically didn't start something. Is this something that I already did years ago, and I was just revamping it now? But we'll talk about that later. But anyway, there will be some chances that I will be streaming, probably, probably on random days that I just decided to stream on a whim. Let me get some ice coffee here. Right. Ooh, iced coffee. So good. So, just checking around. Okay. Ooh. Huh. Okay. Sorry. I just saw something. I just saw something that. Hmm, what? I'm not really sure what happened. I just saw something. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna. Okay. Let's say that I was talking about something earlier, and let's say that someone did something that I didn't expect. But anyway, let's see what's on the docket. Alright, let me just make some adjustments here. So anyway, as I mentioned earlier, I hope you guys have a good week. I did have a good week, a typical week, but a good one. I did some work, and again, as I mentioned earlier, there are some changes. So basically, I did my work like the last stretch of work before they made those changes. But yeah, changes are not bad. Changes are not bad. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I was looking at something. So, all right. I hope you guys have a good week, a great week. So if you have anything interesting that you can mention, anything interesting that happened to you within last week, you can go ahead and chat it. You can go ahead and put it in the chat. So anyway, my week isn't that really special. I did watch some things. Some things happened within the week. First up is the Gamescom announcements. There are some announcements of games that I actually am interested to react to. I actually didn't watch the whole thing because I was thinking of saving it for the stream, and we can watch it together. And second off is I came up with some things that might be interesting in terms of what we actually did last time, which is world building. We might be able to continue on that this stream, so we'll see. So yeah. Anyway, as I mentioned earlier, I'm gonna be announcing a few things on the stream first. So So just give me one moment. My Stream Elements is loading a bit slow right now, but just bear with me. Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna be announcing some things later. But first off, if you are watching and you're just looking around, that's no problem. You can go ahead and watch the stream. But if you can go ahead and hit that follow button right at the bottom so that you'll be notified of whether I'm streaming or not. And if you have someone that you can go ahead and share this stream, you can go ahead and share the stream so they can watch it and maybe they'll be interested in what we're talking about today. Okay, just making sure that everything is in tip-top shape here, and so far it's on tip-top shape. Very good. So anyway, besides on announcing some things, we're gonna play some games later on the stream. We're gonna definitely play some games because I have some great news. I have some very good news, very delightful news that I was actually able to work to make a game work in terms of capturing it on stream, which is something that I've been doing for quite a while now. I've been scrounging for any solutions for this one, and I was actually able to run it smoothly earlier. We're gonna play a game later, something that I wasn't really able to show on stream for quite a while because you see, whenever I do it, whenever I actually do it, it just keeps on crashing for some reason. I'm not sure if it is the version of the game that I'm playing, or maybe it's the fact that it is modded, or whatnot. I'm not really sure. But earlier, before I started the stream, I was able to test it, and I was able to test it for like an hour, and it seems like it's working perfectly fine now. Crossing fingers, although I cannot really show my fingers on stream. Crossing fingers. Hopefully, just hopefully, we'll be able to work it out later. This game, hopefully, would run smoothly later. Hopefully, just hopefully. So anyway, okay. Alright, I'm sorry. For those of you who are just passing by, I'm sorry. I am a little bit silent in the meantime and just making sure that everything's working fine because it seems like it's too good to be true that everything seems to work fine right now. Because I've been working on this the whole week. And I'm just really wanted to make sure that everything is on tip-top shape right now at least. But if you are seeing any frame drops, any drops in quality, or if you cannot hear anything at all, or it's stuttering, just go ahead and let me know because this is still a work in progress, really. So, anyway, Okay. So, anyway, a few things. As I mentioned earlier, I will be announcing something. And what I'll be announcing is. Just give me one moment here. Let me make sure that everything is not doxed. Give me a few moments. Okay, almost done. Almost done. Almost done. Just bear with me. Okay. Alright. So, just a quick announcement. What has been going on and what's the main agenda of this stream is I'm gonna be announcing something, which is Twitter. I have now a Twitter account. This has been quite a long while now. Well, here's the thing. This account that I'm using is since 2017. But the weird thing about it is I never actually really used Twitter at all. Like for personal reasons or whatnot. I'm not using Twitter that often. What I use mostly Twitter for is for sort of seeing tweets for people that I follow. But other than that, I'm not using Twitter that much, honestly. To be honestly speaking, I'm not using Twitter that much. So, although you see there that it is February 2017, don't mind that. That is definitely the time that the date that I actually created this Twitter account here. But this is the first time that I might be using it more, and maybe I'll be using it to post some things, and also especially posting the stream whenever I stream live. I'll be posting that on Twitter as well, just to let you know that whenever I'm live, just in case that you're using Twitter. So, go ahead and follow the Twitter here, and yeah, that's it. that's the announcement. I have a Twitter now, and I'll be posting that link on the bottom of the stream, on the stream, social links, whatnot, and the panels. I'll be posting that, and you can just go ahead and follow. You can just go ahead and give me a follow. There you go. We have a Twitter now. And now, speaking of that, I just posted recently here. As you notice, I actually posted something here, which is the stream itself, and I'll be doing that from now on. I'll be posting also something on Twitter whenever I go live, so you'll be notified as well. And just in case that you missed the Twitch notification, so go ahead and follow that. So, okay. Now, anyway, what else? What else should we do? Maybe a little bit of React. Yeah, we can go ahead and maybe do a little bit of a tiny little bit of a React. Let's see what we can react to. We're gonna be a React Andy in the moment, and let's see what's going on. As I mentioned earlier, it seems like that the Gamescom 2022 has occurred a couple of days ago, and I wasn't really able to watch it. because I am saving it for the stream. Although I did watch some. I did watch some. Uh, Now, while I was watching some clips, I was thinking that, well, I was actually reading out the comments, and it seems like that there are only really a couple of announcements that ad was actually made that is very interesting in Gamescom. It seems like that they are actually saving it on a uh, on a next event, like Tokyo Game Show or the Game Awards. They're saving the heavy hitters. The devs are definitely saving the heavy hitters for uh, the next event, which is the Game Awards and Tokyo Game Show. So Gamescom doesn't, from what I heard, doesn't really have that much bangers as I read in the comments, or maybe it's just them. I don't know. But I did actually made a list here of things to watch, so we can go ahead and watch them and see what's up. It seems like that there are extended gameplay previews of games that I'm actually excited. One of them is the Lies of P, which is basically just unapologetically uh, just Bloodborne. It's just a sequel for Bloodborne. They're not even apologetic about it. They're not even hiding the fact that it is a sequel to Bloodborne. Or a spiritual successor, that is, because I'm not really sure why, but Sony just don't want to have Miyazaki create a Bloodborne 2, a sequel. They just don't want it for some reason. And the thing is, hot take. Uh, Bloodborne is for me the best Soul series on all of the Soul series, including Elden Ring. Hot take. Bloodborne is probably the best Souls game for me that From Software created. Overall, no question. Even Elden Ring could not compete. And it is just a travesty that they don't really wanted to make a sequel of a Bloodborne of a Bloodborne game. They just don't really want it for some reason. I'm not really sure if it is because of sales. I'm not really sure if it is because of what you call it, user reception or reviews or internal management issues. I'm not really sure about that. I'm not really sure. That's why it is so frustrating that they really haven't made a Bloodborne sequel, which is being asked for so long, for a very long time. Not really sure why they don't really want to make one. So, Lies of P is just literally Bloodborne with Pinocchio, and I love it. I love the fact that it is that. So, that's the one of the things that I will go ahead and watch and react to, and see the gameplay. And there is another one. There is actually another game, Forspoken. Now, Forspoken, I'm not really that super excited about Forspoken. I'm not really as excited about it as Lies of P, but I wanna see the gameplay of it. I wanna see it because it's Square Software, Square. Square Enix that made that game, and it apparently uses the same engine as Final Fantasy 15, the Luminous engine. So with that fact, it's relevant. It's something that I am very interested on seeing and playing as well. Um, and also there has been like, from what I heard, there has been like a controversy about the latest uh, the latest ad about it on Twitter. Apparently, there's like a lot of people made fun of the game. I'm sorry, the advertisement for the game. For some reason, it seems like a lot of people dissed the advertisement on Twitter, and I'm curious actually what made it so notorious. So we're gonna also go ahead and check that one out. And also, what else? There's nothing really much from what I heard. There's not really much announcements on Gamescom that caught my attention. Just those two games, basically. So I think what they're trying to do, well, what these developers are trying to do is to save the big bombs, the big hitters on the next big events like Game Awards and Tokyo Game Show. From what I remember, from what I know, those are the two. What you call it? Those are the two um, events that is coming up in the next couple of months. So yeah, so basically that's those are the things that we can probably react, and let's see if they are good. Also, we're gonna go ahead and maybe react to some videos probably. Oh, well, as you know already, I am an avid Tokusatsu fan, and maybe we can also react to Kamen Rider, the newest Kamen Rider in the series, Kamen Rider Geats. Uh, Kamen Rider Geats is something that I'm very interested of. It's been actually a while since I got interested into watching a Tokusatsu, possibly the the latest Kamen Rider series. It got my attention because I actually like the costumes. I like the suit. The suit is very interesting, and I actually wanted to watch more. I actually wanted to follow this series whenever it comes out, and it's actually been a while since I got interested on watching Tokusatsu again. Although I am a Tokusatsu fan, I actually watched like older ones. I actually watched older ones, not the newer ones. I probably the last time that I watched a Kamen Rider was like Kamen Rider O's. Yeah, that is a long time ago. That is a long time ago since I watched religiously. Take note, religiously. Okay, don't get me wrong. What I'm saying is it's been a while since I watched a Kamen Rider series religiously. Okay? It's not that I'm not watching any tokusatsu at all. It's just that most of the series that I watch are the older ones, and what I'm into are the older ones. I know I'm a boomer. I am a boomer, definitely. Uh, I wanted to watch, the ones with the good old days of the rider kicking and the exploding into the monster and the turning of the henshin, turning into an armored hero, which is still prevalent in tokusatsu nowadays, but which is still a prevalent thing. It's just that I am more into the classic ones, S- especially the fact that some of them I haven't really even finished. For example, I haven't even really finished Kamen Rider Blade. Um, that is a series that I have been meaning to watch for quite a while now, but I cannot really get any free time uh, with binge watching it, because what I wanted to do is to, like, if I choose a series to watch, uh, I want to binge it. I want to binge watch it. So yeah, I'm basically wanted to see if I can binge watch it. If not, I wouldn't really get satisfied. I wanted uh to watch a series, just watch it in one go. I don't want it to do it like a day. A day I will watch it, and then a week or a day passes and I'm gonna watch it again. Uh, well, what will basically happen is I'm gonna watch it for a day, probably 2 or 3 episodes, and it's gonna take a week for me to watch the same series again. A week or two, which is something that I don't really want it to do. I wanted to make sure that I watch it like a week straight, back to back, no pauses, no, no, no. I'm not. I'm not saying that I'm not stopping and watching it and do it like a marathon that I'm not sleeping. It does. No, it's not that. What I wanted to do is to watch it a whole straight week, every day. Of course, there are times that I'll be not watching it. Uh, I want to watch it like a whole week straight and finish it within the week. That's what I wanted to do when it comes to a series. Actually, any series, not just tokusatsu. It's just anything that anything that I watch, whether tokusatsu or not. I wanted to finish it like within a week or after a week, and then move on to, let's say, another series, or move on to other things that I needed to do. Okay. All right. Let's see what else. Yeah. So going back, as I mentioned, I wanted to react on a video about Kamen Rider Geats. Seems like that they released some, especially the belt toy in the Henshin sequence. I guess we're gonna go ahead and check that one out, and also just some other things that were, you know, catch my fancy. Let's see. Okay. All right. So yeah, again, if you haven't, and if you're watching the stream and you haven't really followed the stream, you can go ahead and follow the stream, so you'll be notified whenever I'm live. I'm not really a partner yet, nor an affiliate yet, and that's what we're working towards. Towards which is the road to affiliate. That's where we're aiming towards. Just give me one moment here. I forgot to actually put in the overlay here. Just give me one moment. And again, if you are just lurking on the channel, that's perfectly fine. If you don't want to chat, that's perfectly fine. You can just go ahead and you know, chill out. You can just go ahead and chill out here. If you want to participate, you can go ahead and type on the chat. But if not, that's okay. You can just go ahead and watch me. I don't mind. But it's also good if you wanted to talk. Just saying. So yeah, let's see. Okay. Yeah, there you go. I'm sorry about that. Just give me one moment. Let me just make some adjustments here. So as you know, we are on the road to affiliate. And if you wanted to follow, thank you so much. That means a lot to me. And well, it's really more as a convenience for you. If you wanted to support the stream, that's fine. But this is more of like convenience for you if you wanted to make sure that you'll be notified whenever I go live. Uh, the thing is, it's very important to actually give me a follow, give the channel a follow, so you'll be notified. That's the main thing about it. It's not only because I wanted to get to affiliate, but it's also to it's actually mainly for your convenience, so you'll be notified. Because again, I just launched my Twitter earlier, and it's not really on working order yet. I did actually announce it, but it's not on full working order. I haven't even put in the link on the this stream information below. So the best way that to make sure that you'll be able to see me live is basically through following the channel. So there, yeah. So let's see. Making sure that everything's working order. So okay, I guess we're just gonna go ahead and make some reactions. Let me pull out my capture here. Anyway, if you have like anything that you can suggest for me to watch, you can go ahead and post it on the post it in the chat. I think I disabled the links. I think they disabled the links just for my protection and our protection. You know, prevent spam links from popping out. So if you have like a title, just go ahead and post the title on the chat for a video that you're interested in. Uh, that'll be interesting for us to watch, and then we can go ahead and watch it together. So let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and what should we watch first? I'm gonna go ahead and start first with Kamen Rider Geeks, actually. So there's a trailer apparently. So there is a trailer with English subs. Okay. Cool. Okay. Let's see if we can watch that instead. Just give me 1 second while I readjust some things. Just making sure that everything is... We can see everything here. Okay. Right. Okay, let me scoot myself over here. Okay, I guess we're good. Okay, I guess we're good. Okay, so let's go ahead and watch this trailer of Kamen Rider Geats. It's for those of you who didn't know, basically this is the newest entry to the Kamen Rider franchise, and it seems like that they are aiming, from what I know, it seems like that they're aiming for like something that is inspired by Fortnite. I don't know. It seems like that they're going for that like battle royale shooter thing, inspired theme. Although this is not really the first time that a battle royale themed Kamen Rider is already shown, but this is basically, of course, this is basically the first time that a battle royale themed Kamen Rider, but inspired by what we consider currently as battle royale games are right now, and it seems like that they themed everything. They themed this series to that. Now, what's interesting about it is I really like the suits, the idea of the suits, because what they have is like just a black colored suit, and they actually have the same black colored suits. Every rider in this series is apparently has the same design of the black suit, and the only thing that separates them or makes them different is the mask or the helmet part, which is something that is kind of like a mask over their helmet or whatever. But we'll see. You'll see later. And this one, we're just gonna go ahead and watch it. Watch what seems to be the trailer for Kamen Rider Geats. So let's go ahead and watch. Let me turn off my music here. Okay, here we go. Well, let me make sure that my volume here is a little bit... It's okay. There we go. Oh, I forgot the subtitles. Well, let me watch it from the beginning.
ID コアとドライバーが届いたら、それは仮面ライダーへの招待状。デザイアグランプリ開幕。
Oh, that's cool. That's a panda. And a kitsune. That's Geats. I really love the suit. I really love the fact that they all have this same type of suit, and the only difference between them is the helmet, which is, I'm pretty sure that they also have the same type of helmet. I'm pretty sure that they all just have the same type of helmet underneath, but the fact that they are like have different, I guess, mask over the helmet. It's very interesting. Ooh, fireworks.
ようこそ俺の世界
Ooh, he's badass.
仮面ライダーギーツ。
おめでとうございます。今日からあなたは 仮面ライダーです。
Okay.
桜井慶和さん。
Sakurai Keiwa. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. They seem to have like the same helmet, the same armors, but they differ on the helmet themselves. The mask on the helmet themselves are very different. I really love this kind of design because it this like give them uniformity, but it also gives them uniqueness by themselves.
何これ、どういうこと？助けて。
あれ、レオンちゃん。
家出します。
Okay, so that's the
この世界は
girl.
じきに終わる。よし、一人だけ。
Ooh, I love this one.
俺がもらう。
Oh, chainsaw. That's the belt.
変身。
Okay. The main guy is a cocky one. All right. Confident, probably confident. Not really cocky, but confident.
それは
Huh.
仮面ライダーとなって謎のモンスター
Yamato.
を守るゲーム。
Okay.
それぞれの願いをかけて仮面ライダーたちが参戦。
Yeah, I really love this. I really love this. The design of the suits
世界の命運は彼らに託される。
makes them different. Oh my god, I love it.
新番組仮面ライダーギーツ
Woo!
9月4日日曜日午前9時スタート。
That is
始まるぞ。新しい世界が。
that is good. That is good. That is very good. I love it. I love the fact that I love the suits. I love a little bit of the premise. Well, they didn't really say anything about the premise aside that it's a game where they protect people from mysterious monsters known as the Yamato. So it seems like that these Kamen Riders are like a group of protectors or maybe a mercenary group. I don't know. We're not really sure in the meantime. Against these monsters. So it seems like that what I heard may be wrong, or maybe it's something that would come up at the later time in the series that they will be against each other, because you know in Kamen Rider, when you have this much riders, when you have like when you really have these much riders right here, it's bound to be like one or two of these people have their own aspirations and doesn't really work well with the group. Especially this guy, the one with the horns. This one, the one with the horns, definitely a guy that doesn't really work within a group, you know. So I'm pretty sure that there will be some conflicts later on in the series in regards to these writers, but I guess the premise is they are working together in the meantime, but they have their own motivations of doing things that they are doing, and it seems like that they belong in a group. Either they're working together, or there will be some points that they need to work together, or they are working together indeed as a group, and they should be working together, but they have their own motivations that, you know, maybe some of them will betray someone. It seems like that it's that kind of Kamen Rider. It's not unlike Kamen Rider Ryuki, wherein at the start, at the very start, and the whole idea about Kamen Rider Ryuki, right from the get-go, right from the start, is the fact that Kamen Riders are actually battling each other. That's the first series, Kamen Rider Ryuki, which is something that a series that I really love. That series is already built on a premise. The whole hook about that series is the fact that Kamen Riders are fighting each other. and each Kamen Rider has their own desire and their own wish that they wanted to fulfill. That's why they wanted to win and beat all of the other riders. Now this one we're not really sure if they're working together. Or they are forced to work together in a situation, or they are against each other and just has been in a situation. This particular shot is like within a situation that they need to work together because there are other monsters in the series, or they belong to a group that they are supposed to work together, but some of them have conflicts. Especially this horn guy. This horn guy is definitely someone that is against the group. So yeah, I love this one. See, they have this like uh oop 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 oop. Let's go ahead and move forward. I forgot how to do frame by frame. Um yeah, they already have like conflicts probably. They already have like their own agendas probably of why they're doing things that they're doing, why they are a Kamen Rider in the first place. But yeah, again, I really love the fact that these suits are uniform, and the only thing that separates them apart is the helmet itself. And the thing is, the suit itself is really, really good. For simple as it is, it still has like this badass quality to it. I really love these types of suits that are like spiky, have these sharp contours and whatnot. I really love these kinds of suits. I'm not really into the boxy ones or the rounded ones. A great example of a suit that I really love are two suits. It's Kamen Rider Kiva and uh Kamen Rider who is it? Kamen Rider Kiva and Faiz. Yeah, they are. One is elegant. Kamen Rider Kiva is elegant and simple, elegant and intricate, but it has lots of sharp edges that I like about the suit. And the Faiz has a lot of sharp edges, but they are like uniform because they are tech based. Faiz is a tech based rider. So actually, let me actually pull up the pictures here. Give me one moment. Let's see. Let me pull up the picture here. Okay, let me hide this one. Now this is what Kamen Rider Kamen Rider Kiba looks like, which is something which is the first time that I saw this suit, I was like, wow, this suit is really, really good. It really fits the theme, and it looks badass. He literally looks like a vampire, right? So, okay, let me show it up on screen here. Okay, just give me one moment here. Sorry about this one. Let's see how can I do this. Actually, let me do this instead. Okay. Okay, almost done. Okay, resize this one. Maybe over here. And gonna make it a little bit smaller. Okay. So this one is Kamen Rider Cuba. See? He looks badass. All of these like sharp edges, intricate designs, and the subtle the really subtle the really subtle design choices when it comes to his theme, which is he is basically a vampire. Uh, he is modeled after a vampire bat. That is. I love the fact that everything is incorporated in his suit when it comes to what he is as a motive, what he should be as a motive. This is one of those examples that like whoever designed this suit, whoever designed it has to make sure, and they really wanted to make sure that everything about Kiva is explained on how he looks. Uh, all about Kiva is showing on the way that he looks, because admittedly there are some writers that they don't really show the theme or the motive that they are supposed to be showing through their suits on what they are, except for the ones if a common writer is a grasshopper based writer, they would have the bug eyes. But some of them doesn't really show what they are in terms of theming, and doesn't really influence their overall design. And I really love about Kiva is not because he does look badass, but the fact that everything about this suit speaks for itself when it comes to what he is supposed to be. He is supposed to be like a vampire bat rider, and that shows. That is very very obvious about this suit, and this is what I love about this suit. Now, another thing that I actually love is another suit, which is. Give me one moment here. Let me pull up another tab here. Let's search for Kamen Rider fights. There's another suit that I really like, which is Kamen Rider Vice, and I guess I'm gonna pull out the toy version. Maybe we can use the toy version for this. Now we're just gonna go with the actual suit, and I guess what we can check is the light up version. Let's see. I'm trying to check for something here that can. Well, you're actually already seeing it, but I'm trying to check here for a suit. Well, you can now see it on the screenshots right there. It's basically there. One moment here. Okay. Sorry, I'm panicking a little. Give me some time. Give me some time. We're almost there. Let's see. Okay, I guess we can go with this one, the toy version, because I think this is the one that has is showing basically the full detail about this. Let's see here. Okay, this one right here. Okay. Now this one right here is Kamen Rider Vice, and what I like about this suit is, although it's simple, it still has a lot of edges. It still has a lot of edges to it. but it's sleek, you know, because this is a techno based writer. He's based on like technological gadgets and whatnot. But what I love about this is the fact that he is well rounded in terms of like design choice. Uh, he's not ostentatious, but he still looks badass by the way that his suit is uniform. You know, he is not as spiky as Kamen Rider Kiba, but he shows what a rider design should be in terms of sleekness and utility. He doesn't really show off that much. However, you definitely see the sleekness and the utility of the suit itself, and the suit itself speaks that to the audience that the suit does what the suit does. You know, it does not it will not bullshit you or whatnot with all of these gimmicks and whatnot. The suit does what the suit does, which is something that is also like very related to the series itself. The suit itself can be worn by anyone. Well, anyone that has Orphanok DNA. It cannot be worn by anyone else other than if you are an Orphanok or you have Orphanok DNA. Um, but the suit does what the suit does. It does protect you. It does give you capability to fight monsters, called the Orphanox. It does what it does. It doesn't have that much gimmicks, unless you are using like the axle form, or the what's the final form? I forgot the name of the final form. The one that has the big gun. Uh, but anyway, it does what it does, and it doesn't explain further. It doesn't need further words to explain what it does. Yet you can definitely see the sleekness. It's like a sleek car, you know. No bullshit, no frills, no gimmicks. It 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 is a sleek design. So yeah, those are like the suits that I really love in terms of like design choice, and it's basically how I feel about Kamen Rider Geats when it comes to the suit choices. Well, let's go back. Just give me one moment here. We'll go back to the main thing here. Okay, give me one moment. Okay, almost done. We're going back to the video. We're basically going back to the video right here. Okay, here we go. So yeah, if you see that, if you see, it has this sleekness to it, as well as like you would definitely see the utilitarian use of it, but at the same time, it does look badass. It does look something that would work in a battle situation. You know, it's not just plain. And yeah, again, they it seems like that the only difference between these suits are the helmets themselves. What separates them apart uh is the helmet themselves. There's Keats, there's the cat one, and there's the panda one. And let's go back to what they're saying. I missed the dialogue actually. Yeah, there's the panda one, and there's oh oh oh. Is this what I think it is? Because you see, this is someone. that is from another series? This is someone from another series. But I'm not really sure, so I won't say it. But I guess this is from another series. Or maybe it's a different one, I don't know. But anyway, we'll go back. We'll go back and see what's the dialogue here. And luckily, we have like English subtitles, so we can see what they're talking about. I'm not really good at Japanese, you know. So let's go ahead and play.
ID コアとドライバーが届いたら、それは仮面ライダーへの招待状。デザイアグランプリ
Desire Grand Prix.
開幕。
I think that's the sound of the driver, which is something that we'll be actually watching later. Okay, we'll check the dialogue.
新番組仮面ライダーギーツ
Also, logo, I love it. I love the logo. It has this grunge, spray painty, urban feel to it. I love the logo. It's simple, but it has this urban flavor to it, like the spray paint and such. A military spray paint, basically.
仮面ライダーギーツ
おめでとうございます。今日からあなたは仮面ライダーです。
桜井慶和さん。
Okay, so this is Geets.
仮面ライダーです。おめでとうございます。
Okay,
今日からあなたは仮面ライダーです。
all right. He's okay. He looks good. He's okay.
桜井慶和さん。
And this might be the Gatak of the series. If we watch Kabuto, he might be the Kagami of the series. So he's like what? A green bear? Or a green? Maybe he's the grasshopper. He's the hopper one.
これどういうこと？
Oh, I know that girl.
何これ？どういうこと？
Is she Hina? From O's? No, she's not. So these are the enemies. Yamato. Ooh. Oh, that's gruesome. That is gruesome. Huh.
助けて。
We got some stabbing. Wait a second. Neon. Oh, she's a vlogger. I think she's a vlogger of some sort. A vlogger, a streamer, whatever. Yeah, this is like the brooding one, the one that doesn't want to work with the group. This is definitely that guy. I'll be this game's sole victor. Okay, so all right, so it seems like that they are definitely indeed playing a game. They are definitely playing a game against each other. It's just that there are monsters around. Maybe they are doing like a score system or whatnot. It seems like that they're not fighting each other because from what I remember earlier, I'm not really seeing any instances where they're fighting each other. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, so there's the belt. I really love the belt. It's simple. The belt is really simple, but badass. I would say that they might have followed the same design philosophy of the driver from 01. It seems like they found that Zero One's belt design is really effective when it comes to conveying the fact that these are like uh, techno riders, technological base riders. So it does look like a 01 driver actually. So that's what he does. He just does the finger snap. I I I wonder if he does another. He does something else. Which will you be able to change the world? Okay,
この世界を
that's
変えるのは
interesting.
誰か運命の時を迎えます
So I guess she is like the educator of the games or the Grand Prix, the Desire Grand Prix. And you know what? What reminds me of that logo? This logo right here. You know what this reminds me of? Give me one moment. This reminds me of this. Uh, this remind me of this thing. Okay, just give me one moment here. You'll know what I'm talking about once I show it. Okay. It reminds me of this thing. This thing. Right here. It, it does remind me of this thing. I'm not really sure if that's coincidental or it's deliberate, but it does remind me of this thing. Yeah. So, yeah. It's really not obvious, you know. This and this. See the resemblance from this to this. You get the idea. No, anyway, moving on.